guys, it's Lauren Messiah, your personal fashion stylist, and we've got the iPad out, so you know what that means. Time for a fashion question. All right, here we go. Hi Lauren, I finally took your YouTube advice and went to a high-end consignment store. It was more daunting than I expected because I didn't know what to look for. I was thinking you could do a video on what to look for when consignment shopping. Since I'm pretty unaware with fashion, I went by fabric. I got a lined, mostly wool skirt for $35 and a suede jacket for $10. Okay, even that one was a no-brainer for me. But I'd never heard of the brands and I was wondering how to make more informed purchases in a thrift shop. I looked them up and when I got home, it turns out I did pretty well. An Escada skirt and a Lafayette 148 jacket. Still, any shopping advice would be much appreciated. Okay, number one, I love the fact that you watched my videos and actually took the information and applied it and went out and did some high-end thrift shopping. That is so cool. And how exciting is it that you got such major scores? Seriously, an Escada skirt for 35 bucks? Video high five right there. I mean, that's some LM magic, if I ever heard of any. Okay, so a couple of tips on how to do thrift and consignment shopping right. One, if you're at a high-end consignment store, which it sounds, by your message that you were, those stores are very picky about what they actually take in. So pretty much anything you find is gonna be a win. Like if I go to, luxury garage sale, my favorite luxury consignment store, they, pick and choose and curate very carefully the items that they bring in. So even if it's not a super well-known brand, it's still a good piece. Maybe it's vintage, maybe it's very unique. So if you trust the store and if you trust the buyers, then you can pretty much trust that you're gonna find something great. So, and it all depends on what you're looking for too. Going by fabric, super great idea. Like, of course, a suede $10 jacket is of course a no-brainer. Even if you didn't love it, you could get it altered or, I don't know, cut up the suede and make something different because it's only $10. But if you don't want to go by fabric or you don't really care about fabric or know about fabric, go for a silhouette that flatters you. If it's really cheap, go for a trend item that might just be fun. You could go for an item that might resell, later so you could make some of your money back. So walk in knowing your fashion motives. I would say that would be tip number 2, know your motives. And now on to the next tip. If you weren't going to a high-end consignment and you were doing maybe like some thrift shopping or you're going to Goodwill, and literally like you don't know what you're gonna find. And of course, if you're going in there with zero knowledge, you could walk out with some, crusty little shirt that came from Kmart and you didn't get a good deal at all. So, flip through a magazine, go through like an online retailer like Net-a-Porter, just kind of familiarize yourself with some high-end brands, because then it makes the shopping even more fun. Like there's a Goodwill near my house and I always walk past it when I'm walking Yoji, my dog. And I have never gone in there because I'm always walking the dog. But I'm thinking, God, wouldn't it be awesome if I found like Chanel in Goodwill? Because I know what I'm looking for. So find some brands or some designers that you really admire and, get familiar. So then next time you're shopping, you'll know that you really scored if you find that designer there. But it's not all about the designer, it's about the cut, it's about things that are on your shopping list. If you go into a thrift store, a high-end consignment store without some sort of a plan on what you need, then you just end up spending money that maybe you shouldn't be spending. I'm definitely guilty of that myself. So take like your ultimate wardrobe checklist. If you don't already have it, the link to it is below this video, and figure out what holes are in your closet. And next time you go consignment or vintage shopping, look for those pieces. Look for fit, look for fabric that doesn't itch, Maybe you're not picky about the type, but you know anything that itches. anything that smells funky or nasty. Those are good things to look out for too. But go with some sort of plan. Some days it's fun to go with an open mind, but other days, you know, it's nice to shop with a plan. So those are my couple of tips on high-end consignment shopping. Hope they were helpful. If you guys have any tips of your own, I know some people are hardcore like vintage shoppers, please leave those tips below. I'd love to learn something new as well. And while you're down there, you can also leave me a question. If you have a question for me, I'd be happy to answer it right here on video. So type in the comments and subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video.